happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, guys. How are you? Welcome in. Happy hump day. Today I have some lovely salad, but you know what I don't have? A plate to put it in. Yes, I left the plate downstairs, but I'm not going to go back downstairs. So don't mind me eating out of this tall bowl. Welcome in, everyone. Today we want to talk about we want to commemorate those people who lost their lives in 9/11. I remember not living in the United States as yet, but I could remember that day specifically, exactly the same where I was. I remember everything. I was in Jamaica. I was in high school at the time, and it it was so heart-wrenching. It was devastating, actually. Welcome in, Joshua. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I was just talking about, remembering those people who lost their lives in 9/11. Joshua, where were you? Were you in New York at the time? But yes, I remember I wasn't living in New York yet. I was still in Jamaica. I didn't migrate to the United States yet. However, I remember that day, and I remember exactly where I was. I remember everything about that day. Yeah, thank you, Joshua. Yes, I don't have a plate today. I had my plate yesterday, but I left it, so I'm going to have to eat out of this tall bowl. But it's all good. So don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm eating out of this bowl for now. But yes, yeah. And so we just want to speak a little bit about 9/11, since today is September 11, and annually they commemorate the passing of those people who were in the Twin Towers. And yeah, so that's what I want to talk about today. And also the debate yesterday. Who watched the debate between Trump and Harris? That was pretty good. um I don't really talk about politics here on this channel because it's not a political channel. However, I do dabble a little bit here and there in the politics. Welcome in, Rodolfo. Thank you for being a view. Thank you for joining. Thank you for helping my channel grow. Appreciate you. As you join, guys, remember to double tap your screen to like the live. Yes. Yeah, so I was in high school in Jamaica at the time. And I remember the teacher receiving a call from, I think it was her, it's a sibling who was living in the United States, and she called her and told her what happened. And she was teaching us at the time, so she told us what happened, and I was like, wow. I remember the actual day, what we were learning, everything. It was very devastating. And thank God the teacher's relative or friend, I don't remember exactly, but she wasn't in the Twin Towers, or she was in the vicinity at the time, so she wasn't affected. So thank God for that. Joshua is saying, yes, I was in school, 5th grade in September 2001. Many students leave. Oh, so you were in 5th grade at the time, Joshua. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Was anybody from your family affected, Joshua, from the 9/11 tragedy of the Twin Towers? As I said, my mom, yesterday I was talking a little bit about it, and my mom lived here at the time. And they, she was, I think she was able to make it home before it actually took place. So every day I thank God for that. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. Today we're just talking a little bit about the debate and a little bit about the 9/11 tragedy that happened today. Every year they commemorate those people who passed. They call their names. They put up some light beams in the air at the site, and they try to remember them annually, and that's been going on since then. So yeah, just wanted to speak a little bit about that. Is anybody here from in New York? Welcome in, Elaine. How are you? Elaine S. Thank you for joining today's live. As you join, remember to double tap your screen and to hit that subscribe button to join the family. Let's see what Elaine is saying. I was at work. I was 35. It was about 3 p.m. UK. When I noticed a colleague watching TV with a resident. I still work in the same home. That's how I found out. Wow. Yeah. That's so you're living in the UK, Elaine, right now, and you were living in the UK at the time when it happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was living in Jamaica, as I said before. I was in high school at the time. I think it was ninth grade, yeah. And yeah, a teacher received a call from either, I think it was a sibling or a friend. I'm not remembering sure about that, but and she was telling her, I'm in New York and the Twin Towers got hit. And then the teacher told us while she was teaching. And in the PE room, they have a little TV. So most people were over there watching it. And I guess on lunch time, we were able to go and see what was going on. Yeah. But initially, I was very scared and worried because my mom lived here at the time. And she worked in the city. So we were, as kids, we were so worried about her safety. Because you never know. They hit the Twin Towers. You never know where else they would hit. It was so, oh my gosh, we're very worried. But once we found out that she was safe and she was doing okay, we were in better spirits, you know. And most of our families are okay. It was a bittersweet feeling actually, because you know you heard about all the people who did pass, but you were so happy that it was as close to you. Okay, Elaine, thank you for joining. Yes. Um. Oh, I see. The death of the queen. Everyone knows where they. Oh, I see. It's been it's been 2 years already since she passed. I thought she passed. Wow, it seemed like it was last year. Interesting. Welcome in everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. As you join, remember to double tap the screen to like the live, and also if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join the family. Right. Oh, I remember when the king passed. Her husband, and now her, yeah. Oh my goodness. So, when do they find another queen or king? Elaine, how does that work? I'm not familiar with how it works. Can you explain it to us? For those of you who don't know, um, who becomes the king and who becomes the queen? Once the reigning king and queen passes. Welcome in Shift 8 Yon. Thank you for joining today's live. Oh, thank you. I am a queen. Yes, thank you. And you also are royalty. Absolutely. I'm not sure if it's a male or female, so I can't say king or queen. But yeah, thank you all for joining. How are you? How is your day going? Do you remember where you were on 9/11 when you heard the tragic news of the Twin Towers being hit? Today, I just want to commemorate those people who passed and people who were helping out and passed as well. You know, I just want to prayers up for those families who still every year you have to relive that moment, a devastating moment actually. Yeah, every year they do a commemoration in over in where the ground zero. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit here. And who also, and did anybody catch the debate last night? I think it started at 9 o'clock. I was able to see a little bit of it before I fell asleep, but for the most part I was expecting all of that. I got a couple laughs out of it for sure. Got a few laughs. um even the part even the part where Trump said, what did he say? It's like I'm talking. Does that ring a bell? Because remember when Harris said to Pence when she was debating Pence, and she's like, "Oh, it's my turn to talk." That was funny. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that in a few. Shift is saying I'm just a normal person with a job. Okay. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Elaine is saying the moment the reigning monarch takes their final breath, their eldest son, their eldest son, now child, is instantly king or queen. Oh, okay, got it. Mm. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Um, Shift is saying wrong, Elaine. Oh, you don't agree with what she says? So what is it, Shift? Can you explain to us? So when the queen read her last, an official said the queen is dead. God saved the king. Prince Charles became the King Charles. Oh, I see. I see now, sir. Hey, Allegra, welcome in. Thank you for joining today's live. How are you? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and double tap the screen. Okay, Elaine, I get it now for sure. They don't become monarch at the coronation. That's just a public declaration. Oh, welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and double tap your screen to like the live. And we're talking about 9/11. We're trying to commemorate those who did pass on that day, tragic day, and just remembering people who lost their lives. And we want to talk about the debate a little bit as well. Did anybody watch the debate last night? What did you think about it? Elaine is saying I'm 58. English royalist. My parents were royalists, and I'm not. Interesting. Allegra saying she's doing well. How are you? Oh, I'm doing great. Can't complain. Doing good. Welcome in, J Dove. What's up, beautiful? How are you? Thank you for joining. Is anybody in the chat from New York? Where were you on that tragic 9/11 day? And yeah, we just want to talk about or commemorate those people who passed, J Dove and S Main. Welcome in, S Main. Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and double tap your screen to like the live. And also, let's chit chat about 9/11. BBC disagrees with you. The coronation is a formal investiture. Sorry, investiture. Before that, Charles had no regal power and was not yet crowned. Oh, so there's a lot that goes into that, huh? Welcome in MO Music. Thank you for joining today's live. Jada, where were you at the time of 9/11? And did that affect you in any way? Well, technically, it did affect people coming into the United States a lot, in the sense that after 9/11, a lot of people, they were very restrictive. Like, they didn't want a lot of people migrating or coming into the U.S. So it did affect me in a sense, but I already was, I came in December 2001. December 2001. So a few months after 9/11. Very restrictive. They had a lot of restrictions on people entering the U.S. at the time, yeah. Also, Jada is in Flatbush, Brooklyn in the house. Elaine is saying, we shall agree to disagree shift. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, welcome in, Bacon. Good to see you. I was in kindergarten during 9/11. Watched it on TV. Oh, so you were in kindergarten. Oh, where were you? You were in the US? Bacon is saying 9/11 was, sorry, Elaine, 9/11 was a shocking act of terrorism, especially for Americans who weren't used to terrorism. Unfortunately, we were. Wait, when were you guys ever had an attack? Did you guys have an attack? Oh, thank you. You could have slipped this. I think it's my honor. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and double tap the screen as you join. We're talking a little bit about the debate, a little bit about people who lost their lives in 9/11, and so on. Bacon is saying, yes, I was in classroom. All the teachers came in and watched it on the CRT. Okay. Welcome in Village. How are you? Thank you for joining today's live. Yeah, today we're remember to double tap the screen to like the live and also hit that subscribe button, you guys. Yeah, we're talking about a little bit about 9/11, where everybody were at the time, and did it affect you in any way? And yeah, let us know. Okay, so let's move on a little bit and we'll come back. Did anybody watch the debate yesterday? Did anybody watch the debate? Because I know even if you're not living in the US, you are aware that we are gonna have our election in November, and you're aware of our candidates as well. You know, I'm not gonna be political here, and I'm not gonna say who I'm voting for and who I'm not voting for, but I just want an opinion as to what you guys thought about the actual debate yesterday. Yeah. The debate was a comedy show. Thank you, J Dove. J Dove. Facts. The way I cackled and laughed, the way I laughed yesterday, that was unreal. It was unreal. I'm telling people that they said, did this person say this? Did this person say that? I say, yeah. Interesting, right? Welcome in, Derek. How are you? Thank you for joining. J Dove. It was a mess. Somebody said it was a mess. Somebody said somebody didn't have any intelligence. Anything else? I'm telling you. Oh my God, certain times I was just laughing out loud. Seriously. Oh man. That's a good question, J-Dove. That's a good question. That's a great question. Can't give you an answer for that, but you know, that's a good one. That's a good question. How is it you're still running? That's the question. After, you know, you've been convicted of several different things. You know, that's another question, huh? But yeah, the debate was debating. I was debating if I should turn it off or or keep it on. um, Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and double tap your screen when you join the live. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. But you know what? What I am definitely sad because this definitely affects us in a lot of ways. You know, whoever wins, it is going to affect us. And if this is our best foot forward on both parties, you know, it's gonna affect us. You know, Bacon is saying, have you ever watched an older debate? Nixon versus Kennedy, for example? No. You know what? I've been to the Kennedy Museum and in Boston, and they were showing it on the TV, but they didn't have the sound. They were just showing the actual debate. And I wanted to, after going to the museum, I wanted to listen to what they were saying. So it's so interesting, yeah, that you said that. I will listen to it, Bacon. JW is saying, not to stir the racial angry card. No, you have your opinion. That's why I say I'm not political here. I just want everybody's opinions and their thought process behind it. Welcome in, McKinney. How are you? Thank you for joining today's live. And JW is saying, rest in peace, Sandra Bland. Who's Sandra Bland? She passed away today? Best Beans is in the building. Welcome in. Thank you, Best Beans, for joining my live. Today's topic is about 9/11 and a little bit about the debate from last night. So we're just chit-chatting, about these things that are going to affect us in the long run. So, every year here in New York, we commemorate those people who lost their lives in that tragic terroristic attack. And just felt the need, since it's 9/11 today, just to send a prayer up for those families who have to continuously relive this moment every year. It wasn't easy. It was very tragic. Even if you weren't in the actual Twin Towers at the time, just the debris, the smoke, the soot, all the stuff that was around that whole area of New York affected you somehow. Your lungs, you inhaled, some of that debris, and that was very tragic. So to those families who lost a loved one, during that time, I send a prayer up for you every year that you somehow will come to. Yes, it's been a while now, but every time you have to relive something, it brings back that devastating moment for you. So yeah, that's what we just wanted to talk about today. If anybody was in New York at the time, and how did it affect you? It was back when journalism was a lot different. I think my biggest grievance is the state of modern day journalism. Okay, that is so true, Bacon. Journalism is different these days. That's a fact. It's not the same. People are more biased. Yes, there are a lot of channels that are very biased out here. They'll pick on who they don't like, and they'll just constantly turn the narrative, So yeah, that is so true. Welcome in, Brandon Kern. That's the first time I've seen that spelling of Brandon. Oh, thank you for joining today's live. How are you? Let me see. Brandon is saying, my opinion is it's the prosperity versus politics. Do you want the man who has the policies to strengthen this country, or a woman who presents nicely and says things with a smile. That's an opinion, definitely opinion, Brandon. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Um, we appreciate you. Remember to double tap the screen as you join and hit that subscribe button to join the family. That's a good point. And also, yes, everybody has their opinion and who they're going to vote for. I am not here to sway anybody's thinking. I'm not here to, it's just you guys telling me your opinions and you're voicing your opinions here, and I'm just here to hear them. JW said, nah, look her up. Okay, I will, for sure. Jay Brown is in the building. Welcome in. Thank you for joining today's live. Host, blessed afternoon. Make sure you put up your dog and cat in your house and don't let them out because they are going to get eaten. Wait, eaten by who? Jay Brown, you just came on and dropped the whole bomb on us. What's that? What is that? Kale Cool. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining today's live. I'm doing great, Kale Cool. Bacon is saying mesothelioma. That sounds like a cancer, is it? Cancer. Oh, that's what she passed from? Okay, Kaylee is saying, after 9/11, what you think about these terroristic attacks? After 9/11, what do you think about these terroristic attacks? So, you have to, well, let's go back. We were receiving terrorist attacks prior to 9/11 near United States, right? So I'm thinking, whoa, I guess they didn't take it serious because we never actually had a terroristic attack prior to 9/11. So I guess once they did have 9/11, now there were more, of course, a little more secured. I remember, so 9/11 happened September 9th, 2001. I was not living in the country as yet. I came a few months after. I came December 2001. So a few months after, like 3 months after, 4 months after. So they did do a lot of restrictions when it came to people migrating into the U.S. I remember that for sure. I remember they limited people from the certain countries. So yeah, it did restrict a lot of things. I'm sure they're more loosen up now in terms of they lightened up because they put up their different strategy. Of course, they're not going to tell us what they did because that would defeat the purpose of strengthening the borders, strengthening whatever, how they plan to not have this happen again. Welcome in, Stacy. How are you? Thank you for joining today's live. Good to see you. Kale Cool is saying, and also pray for the people of Gaza and Palestine, for sure. Yes, that is true, Kale Cool. Absolutely. That's a everyday, because it's still going on, but this 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened when? 23 years ago? So, yeah, and since it's 9/11, I just wanted to, pray for those people who continuously relive that moment. But for sure, K Cool, I agree. Bacon is saying, used to be, it was common to report the news without any bias. It was also impossible to tell a journalist political beliefs a few decades ago. Yes, that's true. I agree, Bacon. Journalism was less biased. You just reported the news on what happened, how it happened, and this is how it is. But now I see where certain channels, certain news reporters are very biased. Fox, Fox News. Jeez, these bees are. Leave me alone, please. Yeah, you know I'm talking the truth, right? That's why you came. Yeah, this bee. You know. So yeah, you're right, Bacon. Stacy saying at Kale, yes, what happened in the Palestine and Gaza is heartbreaking. I pray for peace on earth, and I hope we could all just live loving and laugh. Couldn't have said that better myself, Stacy. Thank you for joining. Thank you for saying that. Best Beanie saying blessings to everyone. Welcome in Crestrum Anonymous. Thank you for okay. You're listing a few more. I didn't want to do all of that, but MBS, MSBC, and CNN. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And Kaylee's saying hearts. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were talking about 9/11, sending up prayers to those who lost loved ones during that difficult time. You know, that was 23 years ago, but you know, we commemorate it annually. Even if you go down to Ground Zero today, you'll see these light beams that goes straight up. I hear you can even see it from the moon. These light beams that go straight up in the sky, and they have all the names of the people who passed, and they always say the names. So imagine that, you know, you have to relive that over and over every year. That's very tough. That's very tough. So we spoke about that. Now I wanted to speak about the debate. So Bess and Stacy and all the people who just joined, did you watch the debate yesterday? Did you watch the debate? You don't. Okay. This is not a political channel. Disclaimer. I do talk a little politics, of course, because politics, or sorry, I wouldn't even say politics. Whoever goes into the White House, whoever becomes our president, it affects us. Did you know that? And people are like, oh, well, I don't follow politics. I don't look into. It does affect us. And you know, just to know what their mindset is, just to know what's their thought process, just to know who we are voting for and who we are allowing to, you know, run the country. It affects us. So, you know, I dabble in it a little bit. So yeah, as I said, it's not a politics channel. I'm not gonna go and say who I'm voting for. I'm not gonna sway people's decisions. I'm not gonna, no. That is not what I'm saying. I just wanted to talk about the debate, who watched it, what did you think about it? And also, yeah. Some people said it was a mess. Some people said it was a laughing stock. Some people, a lot of things. So I just want to hear you guys' opinion. Bacon is saying most of them are biased. It's like what happened to the History and Discovery Channel. Okay, JW is saying you can't even listen to certain music. Women have no rights in Jewish and Muslim culture. That's true. Stacy saying I watched part of the debate last night. Even a kindergarten student could have answered better. On which part? Whose part? Which party? No, I was kidding. um, I hear you. For real. Yeah, it's like a tantrum. So I never understood. But anyway, Best is saying Stacy, right? Welcome in, Robin. How are you? Thank you for joining today's live. Go ahead and double tap your screen to like the live and also hit the subscribe button as you join. Yes, and not only it affects the country, do you know it affects the world wide? Who becomes president of the United States affect the world. Yes. So, yeah, it's not like I'm a politician. I don't claim to be anything political, but I just, yeah, I talk about it. I'm sure people, if you're at home, you talk politics with your family. I don't think you go out necessarily and sway people and, oh, you yes and this. No, that's not the idea behind it. I just wanted to hear your opinions and see who, saying what. The outcome of this election affects everyone. I believe everyone who is eligible to vote should go out and vote to ensure our democracy. I hear you, Stacy, loud and clear. Loud and clear. Amen. Hello. So I encourage you all, if you never voted before, if you feel like your vote don't count, if you feel like my little one vote don't count, this year, November, please go out and vote. You hear me? Please, I'm telling you, I'm begging you to vote. Vote for the person who you think is best gonna run this country and this world. Yes. Bacon is saying, did you see my previous comment? 9/11 was not the first terrorist attack on the U.S. That's what I said. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see your comment. Oh, right. I was saying they had terrorist threats. However, nothing was as big as 9/11. I should say, yes. Let's correct that. Yes, Bacon, that's true. Yes, prior to 9/11, there were a lot of other terrorist threats, but nothing was big as, or nothing, the terrorist attack, nothing was big as that one prior to 9/11. So yeah. Welcome in, Crestrom. Christian is in, all of our politicians are corrupt. This is Creston's opinion, everyone. All of our politicians are corrupt, incompetent, or both. I don't think it really matters which party they represent. That's a good opinion. That's an okay opinion. Okay, so yes, so Preston, since you made this statement, when it comes to politics, okay, thinking that politicians are corrupt and incompetent, so what do you do in that sense now? Do you say, okay, they're corrupt, so I'm not voting for anybody, or I'm going to vote for the best of the worst? How does that work? I know, over here too. I would have to be like this. But maybe, oh yeah. Or maybe they left and went over there and they came over here. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. Let me see what everybody else is saying. J-Dub is saying, I have a feeling Trump might win. Okay, that's J-Dub's opinion. I'm Stacey saying Preston. While corruption is true for most politicians, but it does matter the party. Most importantly, our democracy has to be secured. All right, that was Stacy's opinion too. Okay, I hear you guys. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live. We're just chit-chatting about a few things. The debate, 9/11, since today is 9/11. You know, we commemorate those who passed on this day, this tragic day, and we just want to send up prayers to their families. You know, Stacy said, Jay, I rebuke that in Jesus' name. We can't have a toddler throwing tantrums for the next 4 years. Oh my God. That is interesting. That is funny. Sometimes, yeah. Or maybe because I'm close to the bin. Oh, I see. Um, Jada is saying politicians say a good speech or change, they step in and realize they don't have the power to do much. That I agree with. J-Dub, you hit that on the nail. For sure. J-Dub hit that one on the nail. So I remember 2008 when Obama went into presidency. And he was saying all the stuff that he promises to do and all the things that he wanted to change. And when he went in, he didn't have the power to do all of that. Didn't have the leniency. People, they cut him down, they shut him down, saying you can't do this and can't do that. That I agree with. JW is laughing at Stacy. Bacon is saying democracy, constitutional republic. Stacy is saying, on another note, I'm on hurricane watch. No work today. Everyone is closed today, trying to relax a bit today. Oh, so Stacy and Best Beans is in Florida. You guys are on hurricane watch? Oh no, sorry to hear that. I hope it doesn't come. We wouldn't want to have a whole barrel happening again. No, ma'am. Yeah, I pray for you guys. I'm Bacon is saying, I hope you stay safe, Stacy. Yes. For real. Stay safe, you guys. I'm in Louisiana for 100. Stacy, where are you? For real? Stacy, where in the world are you? Are you in Florida or Louisiana? Okay, so you live in Louisiana. Got it. Oh my God. Okay, got it. So you're in Louisiana and Bess is in Florida. Got it. Can't mess that up now. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for joining today's live. Appreciate you guys for joining with me and sticking around. Yeah, just send up some prayers for those people who did suffer losses in 9/11. Yeah, because to relive that every year must be devastating. You know, it's how, sometimes it's not the death of a person, and sometimes it's how they passed, you know. So we just want to send up a little prayer for those people who did lose their lives, their loved ones, in that tragic terroristic attack. Bacon is saying, I thought you were in Georgia, Tareen. Oh no, I'm in New York. That's why I'm talking about New York, 9/11. Oh, I thought I gave it away. I thought I gave it away, Bacon. Oh, Respect Boys in the building. Thank you, Respect. How are you? Thank you for joining today's live. Remember to double tap the screen as you join and also hit that thumbs up button. Bess is saying bless up. Ooh, these bees are not leaving us in the fall, I'm telling you. Stacy saying thank you. Just made some breakfast. Ackee and saltfish with fried breadfruit. I haven't had that nice breakfast in a while. Always just rushing out. You see, so sometimes it works out. You see, some you probably feel bad, like, oh, I'm not at work and this, and feel no. Sometimes you make your situation, the best out of it. See, you're able to make your nice breakfast. You're able to relax today and just chill. Yeah, that's good, Stacy. That's great. I'm glad you're enjoying your little mini day off, and I hope this hurricane doesn't come as well. Bacon is saying, you mentioned Georgia before. I just assumed that's where you were located. Oh, when did I mention Georgia? I'm trying to remember now. Maybe somebody in the chat was from Georgia. Yeah, but I'm always since I moved to United States, I've been in New York. I would love to live in Georgia if I had the opportunity. Yeah. So yeah. So maybe you're feeling where I would go. Bacon is saying when you were talking about traveling. Ah, I see. I remember now. Yes. It was one of those live where I was saying where I would live if I had the opportunity. Yeah. And I still would live in Georgia if I had if my job was there, for sure. For sure. I'm not kidding you. Um, Stacy said I couldn't live in New York. I love to visit though. Okay, I hear you, Stacy. Nice. I would love to visit Louisiana one of these days as well. Come and get some real crawfish, the seafood boils, go on one of those the swamp thingies. I don't know. I've just seen this on TV. I don't know what they had to offer there as well. I couldn't visit New York. Too afraid to get stuck there. Really, Bacon? Why would you want to get? Why would you get stuck there? You don't have to get stuck in New York. You would love it so much that you stay. Is that what you're saying? It's more for, okay, let me tell you what New York is for. Young people, party people who never want to sleep, who love the limelight, the parties. New York, Party Central, limelight, crazy raves. Yeah, young people. As I say, young people, because people who lived in New York, when they retire, where are they going? Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South. So yeah. All right, you guys, I have to go. Thank you for joining me for this lovely chat. I appreciate you guys. Bye.